Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our next chapter of biology, and the name of the chapter is How do organisms reproduce. Now, what is reproduction, or how can we define the process reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process by which an organism gives birth to young one which is similar to itself. Means reproduction is a process by which an organism gives birth to young one, or you can use the word offspring, and the young one that is produced is similar to its parent. Suppose human reproduce, then the birth of that is a human, and if loin reproduce, then the birth is of loin animal. So you have to mention that in reproduction the organism formed is similar to its parent, and reproduction take place in all organisms, whether they are unicellular or they are multicellular. In animals, mainly sexual reproduction is there. In plants, sexual reproduction as well as vegetative propagation is there. So the content of this topic is: first we will discuss about reproduction, second we will discuss about importance of reproduction, the type of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction in detail. This is the content of whole chapter. Now, reproduction is an integral feature of all living beings. Means reproduction is a vital process, or reproduction is an important process of all living organisms. The process by which a living organism reproduce its own like is called as reproduction. You can simply write this definition also, or the previous one that I discussed in the previous slide. You can also write that definition also in simple language. Now, why reproduction is important, or how reproduction is important? Reproduction is an important process for each species because this is the only way for living being to continue its lineage. Means if an organism reproduce, then the species remain continue in the ecosystem. I am again repeating, if an organism reproduce, then the new young one will form from its parent, and it will lead to maintain the continuity of that animal or plant in the ecosystem. If reproduction is not there, then the species may extinct. Next, second important point for reproduction is also important to maintain the ecosystem or whole ecosystem. If organism reproduce, new species are formed, and this new species will add stability in the ecosystem. Suppose plant reproduce, then new plants are formed, and from plants we obtain the food. Same as that, other animals also obtain the food from plants. Next, third important point: reproduction help in maintaining a proper balance. Already discussed. Reproduction help in maintaining a proper balance among the various biotic constituent of ecosystem. So reproduction also help in evolution. What is evolution? By the process of reproduction, some species get changed or some species get evolved. For example, in the previous classes 7th, 8th, 9th, you may have studied about that human is evolved from monkey like ancestor, or human is evolved from ape like ancestor. So the process behind this evolution is reproduction, and through reproduction variations are also come. What is variation? Variation is the change in the, you can say, organism, or specific changes that are produced in an organism. Now, what are the type of reproduction? There are two types, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. We will cover this in detail, but in short, we can write that sexual reproduction is a process by which two organisms having different sex get fused and their gamete get fused to produce young one. But in asexual reproduction, mainly single parent is involved. In sexual reproduction, two parents are involved, male or female, but in asexual reproduction, single parent is involved. Two parents are not involved in asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, we are maintaining a difference between asexual and sexual here. In sexual reproduction, variation occur, but in asexual reproduction, variation do not occur. Sexual reproduction is slow mode of reproduction. Asexual mode is a fast mode of reproduction. Next. Yes. Now, type of reproduction. There are two main type of reproduction, that is asexual and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, already mentioned that when a single parent is involved and no gamete formation is there. What are the gametes? These are the you can say specific cells that fuse to form a young one. But in asexual reproduction, gamete formation is not there. So this method is known as asexual reproduction. And in this, no meiosis occur. What is meiosis? You can note down. Human contain 46 chromosome. Human male contain 46 chromosome, and human female contain 46 chromosome. Human male produce gamete known as sperm, and female produce a gamete known as egg. And the number of chromosomes in male gamete, that is sperm, and in female gamete, that is egg, is half that of adult one. Means suppose male contain 46 chromosome, but when this male produce gamete sperm, then the number of chromosome is the sperm will contain the number of chromosome, that is 23. So there is reduction in the chromosome number. So how reduction take place? Reduction take place with the specific type of division known as meiosis. In meiosis, reductional division take place, and it reduce the chromosome into half. But in asexual reproduction, there is no formation of gamete, so no meiosis will take place. In asexual reproduction, no meiosis take place because there is no gamete formation. But when gamete formation occur in sexual reproduction, then the chromosome number should be half. Why chromosome number should be half? Suppose sperm contain 23 chromosome, egg contain 23 chromosome, then this combine to form 46. So chromosome we have to maintain the chromosome number as that of adult. So this is a natural process which occur in body known as meiosis. Next is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, simply we can write that it is a mode of reproduction in which two parents are involved, and in this gamete formation is there, that is human male produce sperm and human female produce egg. And for the gamete formation or gamete production, reductional division should be followed. Next. So this is the first part of this chapter, how do organisms reproduce. In this we just discuss about the definition of reproduction, or simply the definition of sexual and asexual reproduction. Thank you.